Have you ever felt like life is just happening to you? Like you're just a passenger along for the ride? Well, today we are going to dive into a really powerful and honestly a transformative idea that you are not a victim of your circumstances, but the actual creator of your own reality. So let's explore how we can make that happen.
This one sentence, right here, from Napoleon Hill's classic Think and Grow Rich, is pretty much the foundation for everything we're about to get into. And it's not just some nice, fluffy saying. It's a blueprint for action. The core idea? It's that your thoughts, what you truly believe, are the most powerful tools you've got. And this brings us to a really fundamental choice, a fork in the road that basically defines our entire path. We can choose the mindset of a victim, where life happens to us, or we can choose the mindset of a creator, where we make life happen for us.
Okay, look at this contrast. It's night and day, right? The victim says, I feel this way because of what's happening around me. It's all about focusing on lack, on what's missing. But the creator, they just flip the script entirely. They decide to see the opportunity. They believe the world is abundant, and they recognize they have the power to change their own internal programming. The crucial takeaway here is that it's a shift, a huge one, from being controlled by your environment to taking control of your inner world.
So, once you've made that choice for the creator mindset, what's next? It's all about building belief. And listen, this isn't about wishful thinking. It's a focused process that some of the most successful people on the planet have used to literally shape their own destinies.
The sources we're digging into here make a really strong case for this. Manifesting is a real thing. The idea is that when you know what you want with absolute, total clarity, your focus and your energies start to attract the exact circumstances you need. It's not magic. It's that your intense focus literally starts to bend the world in your favor.
And wow, this just perfectly illustrates the point, doesn't it? Jim Carrey didn't just sit around hoping for success. No, he made it tangible. He wrote an actual check to himself for acting services rendered. He dated it for the future, and then he carried it in his wallet. This became a daily habit, a constant reminder of the reality he was building long before it ever happened.
And here's another incredible example. Think about this. An athlete signing his name as champion, way before the title was even in sight. Can you imagine the power of doing that every single day? Every time he wrote it down, he was hammering that belief deeper into his own mind. He was basically training himself to see the future he wanted as something that was absolutely going to happen.
But okay, before we can build all this amazing stuff, we have to deal with the biggest obstacle we all face. And it's not something out there. It's the enemy that lives right between our own ears, self-doubt and fear.
I just love this quote because it puts everything in perspective. The real danger isn't some external threat. It's the internal thief. The one that tries to steal your potential, your promise, your entire future before you even get a chance to build it. That's the voice we have to silence. Just let that sink in for a second. Fear is not real. It's a product of our imagination. It's a story we tell ourselves about a future that hasn't happened yet. Now, it feels real, for sure, but it's a mental construct. And because we're the ones who create it, guess what? We have the power to dismantle it.
So how do we fight back? This slide is basically our playbook. It all starts with a simple but totally profound mental shift from I don't know if I can to, you know what? It is possible. From there, you realize you have the power to take possession of your own mind. You consciously choose to dream of what you can become instead of dwelling on your fears, and you actively start to reevaluate all those limiting beliefs you've been carrying around.
All right, now let's get into a really practical and, frankly, a kind of counterintuitive technique. A lot of us have heard about vision boards and visualization, but the way most people do it can actually backfire.
So here's the trap. When you're sitting in your small apartment, just staring at a picture of a giant mansion, the gap between where you are now and where you want to be can feel so massive, so huge, that it actually becomes demotivating. It paralyzes you instead of inspiring you to act.
The key, the real secret, is to visualize the bridge. You have to visualize the hard work that connects you to your goal. So don't just see the finish line. See yourself at mile 12 when you feel like you're going to collapse. See yourself getting up early when it's pouring rain and all you want to do is stay in bed. When you visualize the struggle and see yourself pushing through it, you are literally training your mind and your nervous system to handle adversity when it shows up. You're preparing for the work, not just dreaming about the reward.
And this really brings us to the ultimate purpose of this whole process. It's not actually about getting stuff or hitting some external goal. The journey is about something so much deeper.
The real prize isn't the money
or the car, or the job title. The real prize is the person you have to become to achieve those things. That disciplined, resilient, focused person who conquered their inner thief and actually built the bridge to their dreams. That is the real wealth.
This just gets right to the heart of it all. You aren't truly ready for something until you believe you can actually have it. The real work is transforming that "I hope so" or "I wish" into an unshakable state of mind, an absolute deep-down conviction in your ability to make it happen.
And that is exactly what I want to leave you with. We so often focus on what we want to have or what we want to do. But the real journey, the creator's journey, is all about who you are willing to become in the process. That's the question that will truly define your reality.